There we go. Das ist gut. Okay. Das ist very, very good. Very, very good. There we go. Wait for my chunks to load. Keyboard's way far ahead for. Oh, I know why. Duh. Okay. So, welcome on back. We are by the quarry, and I might have been doing a little bit of terraforming off camera because I got bored one day. I was tired, and I said, I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming, and did a little bit more than a little bit. How? Oh. God damn it. Shut up, baby. Anyways. Back on topic. Be dumb. Oh my god, it's all the way down there. God, this child is ruining the intro. Oh my god, I actually almost hit him. There we go. This Rex is safety. There we go. Okay. Now there should be no more. This bugs me. Anyways, yes. I did a little bit over there and decided to stop because I don't fully know how I want to do the whole. I know I want to bridge over top of it, but I don't know how I want to decorate that yet. So I did this side of it as if we pushed it back. This was old, quarried, and they filled this in to allow for the bigger hole because they found this was better material. So that means we have all this. And what I'm thinking today is actually build the road, put the coarse dirt and slabs in. No, excuse me. For all of this. And kind of set up the more infrastructure to make it look more coherent rather than blob of stone, blob of grass. So I think that's what today's plan is gonna be. And I'm debating in my head if I want to just put coarse dirt. Like in here, obviously, I'm gonna put just coarse dirt because doing the entire thing out of anything else would be stupid insane. But I wonder if maybe where oh my god, is it okay? Good to know. But yeah, I'm wondering what to do in that regard. Let me check something very quickly. There we go. Okay. Things are running. That's good. I was worried things weren't running properly. Okay. Back into it. So yes. We're gonna do more of the terraforming around here. Which means I need more coarse dirt. And spruce, which means pain. So let's just go over and get the materials that we need. We'll do coarse dirt for now. I might add some like packed mud and mushroom block later on. But I'm not too sure yet how I want to do it. So I think getting in just a basic. A basic feel for it would be good. I should be laying down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Got 3 of those. Yeah, plenty more in this chest. Thank you. It is very good. I like it. Spruce. I am desperately needing. I should do a stream one day of just organizing all my things. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'll explain more what we're doing when we get over to the quarry. Do I have... I feel like I have always a bunch and then I don't. No, I'll bring that and that'll be enough. Okay. So I did the thing of, oh, person does a little off camera. I was bored on a Sunday night. Didn't feel like streaming. Didn't feel like doing anything after walking 7 miles. And I did more terraforming of this edge over here just to clean it up. Hello. Hello, Amber. But yeah. So the plan is, I don't know what I want to do with the hole yet or the bridge that goes over it. So what we're going to do today is make this not look like such a blob of grass and stone. So we're going to change all this out for coarse dirt and spruce slabs. For now, I might do a little bit more with the texturing as this gets going. We're going to add the road that will eventually connect over here. And then do this and maybe this pathway. And that might be honestly that all I have time for today. So we'll see. We'll see how far we get. But we're gonna give it a good try, see how far we get, and go from there. It'll allow me to decide what to do next time. I should have grabbed more dirt. Oh well. Alright, there's plenty of dirt around here. So I think working from bottom to top might honestly be easiest in this case. Mostly because I know this is all hollow underneath here. Because I was lazy when I built this. Nah, what am I kidding? Most of my terrain is hollow. Go here. Oh, nope, not that. Then actually, well, I'm just gonna throw in my slabs. I'll do slabs and replace things with dirt. I hope everyone's enjoying their Tuesdays. A lot better than Mondays. Do I want one here? No. Yeah, good. Nah, we can have a little bit of OSHA. OSHA will never know, you know? OSHA's not here. They don't need to know. They'll never find out. Heck, this whole thing is just a big old OSHA violation. Whoops. Apparently I am just struggling to place blocks today. Then eventually, whenever I feel like doing this building, we'll do it. That'll be the big super smelter of the world. I'm thinking probably go to a 64 furnace array instead of the, I think, 16 I have now. So quadrupling the size of my current one, which is insane, but I think for the projects I have coming up, it'll be very wise to do that. It'll save me a lot of time and just save a lot of wait time. Especially with the mountain build coming up and all that stuff. The mountain, I'm just waiting for 3,000 days to pass, so the map, for context, I make a map every 1,000 days in this world to show the progress and to show how far things have come along. And I don't want to start a big project such as the mountain because it's going to take most of the next 1,000 days probably to complete. So if I start it now, it's going to appear on the map, but it won't be in any way finished. So it's just going to look kind of not great. If it's not finished in the next 1,000 days, then that's completely fine. But I prefer it to not be like a like a barely started project. Because it will look great when it's done. It's just, I have to get it to that point. So that's why I'm taking on these little smaller projects like the terraforming right here. Yeah, that works, and then I can cut this back by 1. Or actually, yeah, by 2, and we'll just do this. Let me think. I'm thinking of adding a new rock here. That way it kind of cuts this corner off from being straight. Yeah, I think that works, and then come up to the surface, or the top. The top of the build. There we go. Okay. that is now this kind of planned out. So now we'll just work our way down by removing all the stone that's here, and I'm gonna leave some probably along the edges, but I want to remove most of it to replace with dirt, as if this is very well traveled and that this has already been cleared out and kind of like pummeled. Bed. There's the bed. So I don't know how many people are like going back to school and all that, because I know by me where I am a college student, but I'm on co-op, so I won't be doing academic classes for this coming semester. But I do know that it's moving time, which is a very stressful time of year for everyone, which is completely fair. Believe me, I get it. It's very stressful every time you have to move in and out, and it's like, oh, did you forget anything? This, and this. And going through the checkbox of like, okay, am I missing anything? No, you sure? Double check, triple check, and then you still eventually forget something. But I hope everyone who is actually moving into college and all that is having a good time with it. And hopefully it's not too stressful. Because I know it can be a very stressful time, especially if you're a freshman. Because it can be a little bit of an overload of, oh, good lord. Because I remember when I went to my college, I was like, good lord, this is a bit much. I am just moving in, and I am just a number in this college. You can tone it down a little bit. But I know some people it's a very welcoming thing to have like all these people like, oh, welcome, yada yada yada. So hopefully it's all going well to those who are actually moving into college dorms or houses near colleges for this semester. This is actually maybe not going to take as long as I thought to do. I really thought this was going to be a bigger project than what it actually is. Because, I mean, we're already done this bit. I mean, we haven't even made it to this platform. But I don't think this is as big of an issue as I thought it was going to be. It might be like an hour and a half project, which is honestly kind of perfect. As for my day, I can't speak about work because NDAs, non-disclosures, and company secrets. But oh, one person tested positive for COVID, and it has everyone at work like kind of like, oh god, hopefully no one else has it. And then I have some club work coming up, and it's a, oh god, you better not be freaking positive. So thankfully though, tested tonight, and thankfully it's negative, so no Rona for me. But it's still one of those things of I'm gonna have to kind of keep an eye out for it. Which is, it definitely is a hit because you're like, oh, COVID, it's gone. No one talks about it, no one mentions it really, and then, oh, someone you know tests positive. Oh god. I guess it's still around. Oh, I got plenty of dirt. Good thing too is this is giving me quite a bit of stone back, which I am very happy about. It might. What day is it in game? It is day 2950. Honestly, we might be able to get the whole thing terraformed up in those 50 days. I think that'll be the new goal. I think the flower force is fine where it is in its current standing. And the main base, I want to finish the winery. And from there, I think, and I probably will spend about 10 days or so finishing that up here. Either off stream or on stream, I'm not too sure yet. But I think that'll be a good goal to reach for, is by in the next 50 days, get as much of this terraformed as possible. And 50 days, I do mean Minecraft days, not real life. I like to get this done before the end of the year. I think, I don't know what the year timeline is going to be on this world, because it's difficult to tell right now. A, because my free time, and everything else that goes on in my life, which is always a constant big unknown at the moment. But we'll see. I'd like to get a good start on the mountain at least before the end of the year. And I'm not sure actually how I'm going to do that. I might do that in layers, like one layer at a time the whole way around, which it'll look ugly for quite a while until it's done. Or I built it up in like sections of the mountain. Do the section over the main base first and then do the back, or do something like that. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it, so I am very open to suggestions on that front. As we do the boring task of placing coarse dirt all over this floor. I need to gather them. I can't just let them leave. I'm gonna need so many of these. The current estimate is about 100 something shulkers of stone, which is absolutely insane. So honestly, collecting this little amount, it might save me a whole shulker, which would be very, very welcoming. Nope. Too fast of a shovel. But yeah, for those who have joined and haven't been seeing the whole thing, yeah, I got a quarry and I'm tired of it looking like just stone and grass blobs, so we're adding stone, grass, and dirt blobs. We're adding brown into the mix of gray and greens. We're just putting in the roads. And for now, it's all going to be coarse dirt. I might come in after the fact and add like regular dirt, some rooted dirt, packed mud for like tire tracks, and we'll see. Let's see how far I get with it. But plan is today go for probably another hour and a bit. hour and 15 at most. Because we get work in the morning. So, can't be exhausted for that. But I hope everyone's doing good. Hopefully things are going well for all of you guys, and I really don't know what else to say at this point. Kind of just what can I pull out of my ass to talk about right now? Mind is blank. Thank you. I didn't lose it. Okay, so that's that section done. And honestly, already that looks so much better. Way better than the stone it was. I'll probably add a little bit of stone back into it. It'll be probably cobble. Or mossy cobble if I do it. But I think this just helps break up the colors a little bit more. Granted, like I said, it's gray to dirt. Or to a brown, so like it's not really changing much. But I think it's enough of a change. For now, at least. Until we properly put some actual texture into the ground. Just realized this gets thin. I will work on that, I think, if we have some time. Widen that slightly out. Yay, all the stone for me. How much? Oh, last second course. So I'll have to go back up and make some more. Even though we just flew up there and slept and yada yada yada. How to play Minecraft inefficiently. Try that. Nope. Holy, perfect amount. That like never happens. Ain't that something? And we're gonna throw this stone in the actual storage room instead of throwing it in another shulker. And I have another shulker monster over here, and it's if only I could stay half decent. I am organized, it's just I don't sort things out, because that would mean doing the boring part of Minecraft. You. Oh, I know what I can talk about. The thing everyone got all wound up about the other day. Or was it last week? Anyways. The changes to redstone and minecarts. Let's talk about it. Minecart one, I like where they're going. I think it's wise to make this experimental to get people's feedback on it. And it will nerf the elytra, which, even though a part of me is like, but the elytra is so good. It's broken. Maybe not broken, but it's definitely, it's not balanced in the way it should be. I'm fine with it being the fastest mode of transport. I think that is fine. That's wrong button. It's not the issue that, oh, this is the fastest way. It's more nothing else competes with it. So if they can make minecarts at least faster, like double its speed to 16 or 20 blocks a second. Problem solved right there. No, we wouldn't be having this discussion if it was that. Because minecarts would actually be half decently viable. As for the redstone changes, this might be an unpopular opinion, but honestly, I'm not against what they're doing. I think in its current form, it's not good enough, but I think it's a good starting point. Because Mojang obviously wanted to make redstone, I guess, more beginner friendly, which, yeah, completely understand. There's a lot of nuances with redstone that even I don't understand to any degree. And if you keep something that's just a bug that's become a feature, or a bug that you're saying, oh, it's now a feature, you're gonna prevent yourself from doing anything new with that system. So I think with them changing how the line, how redstone gets powered via redstone dust, to be more kind of in what you would expect it to do, I think is the best way to put it. I think that is wise. Because it makes it more beginner friendly. Oh, people above me. I was wondering what that noise was. But yeah, it makes it a bit more beginner friendly. And it is more, it's just more intuitive. Rather than these like, oh, this piston gets power through this air block, but doesn't get unpowered through this air block. Yes, I know quasi-connectivity is big, and we all love quasi-connectivity for what it can do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that maybe it's time to, instead of having it as its feature, I guess, as its buggy form, like how we had, oh, what were they called back then? Block updates. You'd have block updates, contraptions, and just for redstone farms. They're like, okay, we're getting rid of this. However, we're going to give you this as a feature. And we then got the observer. Okay, I think I have freaking a giant living above me. Jesus Christ, you stop now and you stop at night. Make up your mind when you don't want to stop. But I think they need to do something about it. And I don't think in its current form the way they're doing it is good. But I think it's a good starting point. And that's, I think, more what they should be looking at right now is what's the starting point? Which is just a long-winded answer of saying, yeah, I kind of agree where they're going with this. As for the minecart changes, yes, absolutely need to happen. While they're at it, please work on horses. Make them better. They don't need to be the best thing for travel. Just, man, make them viable in the late game. Because I know the group that I played on a server with back when Corona was still going around, segueing back to the whole COVID stuff, we had a world border of, I think, 500 by 500, or was it 1,000 by 1,000? I forget, but it was small. And we didn't have end portals. We did like custom dungeons that the owner would make along with some helpers. So we gave ourselves like all these saplings and all. And it was a load of fun. And we even made it so at one point we went and all fought the Ender Dragon through this really elaborate dungeon. Handmade dungeon. But the world border still prevented us from getting elytras. I, to this day, still think that is the most fun I've ever had on a server. Because we all couldn't get overpowered to the point of like, oh, we're all flying all over the place. Horses were relevant. So we were all building stables up and all that. Someone, I think, built a minecart track for certain places. And it just allowed you to be close to everyone, because SMPs now with the elytras, it's like, oh, let me live 2,000 blocks away from someone. Which, don't get me wrong, can be a good thing in the right situations, but maybe it's best that that doesn't always happen. I mean, yeah, you can force it, or now with elytras, you can go, okay, this is better than the elytra, but it takes a little bit longer to set up. Like the ice boats. Takes longer to set up those things. However, they're way better than elytras could ever be, and please do not nerf that because they're really good for nether highways. But if you make minecarts just as good, you might see servers making their own subway networks and all that. Versus, oh, let me just fly everywhere. Which gets boring. It'll give a little spice to the game, which it kind of needs in the transportation department. The Department of Transportation at Mojang has said, minecarts shall be faster. But yeah, them also making that a game rule, smart decision there. Because it allows the community to go, oh, we like this speed. And Mojang can listen to it and go, okay, we hear what you say. Here's our compromise of what the speed should be, so it's not game breaking. Because give the community an inch, we will take a mile. That's just how game communities are. But I think if they go, okay, this is a good starting base for what we're gonna do. They can't really screw it up this way. Or they can't be seen as the bad guys, I guess. I think that's the bigger thing. It's only a win in the PR department. Which means I could very well make a whole mine shaft and all this and that to go from here to my main base and to the fire forest. I don't even need to go through the nether if I don't want to. Why did I do that? I need slabs there. Actually, let me shift it over by one. Also, the new torch, I don't know if I like it, to be honest. Redstone torch was not one of those items that I thought really needed a texture update. I mean, it probably will grow on me as time goes by, as a lot of features tend to do. And that goes for all of us. We all tend to have those features grow on us a little bit as time moves on. I just find that right now I'm kind of like, preferred the old design. Like I said, that could be just nostalgia speaking at this point. Which, are they moving for? What are they doing up there? Jeez. I don't know if anyone else can hear it, but holy shoot. Yeah, do that. Oop. So close. So close. I honestly can't wait to look at the how this looks after all of this is done. I need the crafting table. I think it'll help make this pop a little bit, which is good. That's only a good thing in this case. More slabs. If you're wondering why I made so many, all my paths are at a coarse dirt right now. So really, that's not a bad thing to have a lot of them on hand. So when I decide one day, you know, it's path building day, I don't need to worry about having spruce slabs. Yeah, we'll shift it over one again. Not like that, but more like this. And yes, okay, that works. I like that. I know what I know how I'm like, oh, we're gonna work on this. I just realized I'm gonna need bone meal. Not only does my dedicated bone meal farms not work right now because I broke them, but my wither skelly farm also does not work currently because I accidentally reset the overworld part of that farm when I was so close. When I was clearing chunks, I accidentally removed that part of the build, so I know I should be like, yeah, we're gonna continue on this project, but we honestly might take a detour to work on the wither skeleton farm. Jeez, my neck. Fuck. Oh. Ow. Oh. Putting in the work in this? Yeah. Oh, that's wrong thing. Stats. Items times mined. I've done a lot of mining, but I think the bigger thing is times used. Ignored this one. I did this for the mega tree, and back then I was doing my senior year of high school. I think that's when I built this. So I was very busy with all the other things going on at that point that I kind of just duped the 90,000 I needed, because the Azalea leaves are the biggest pain in the ass to get. Because I really want to do the mega tree, so I just said, it's my world. I'm not really missing out on anything by duping these, and it's been the only thing I've ever duped was the leaves. But it saved me a load of time, and that time got put into at the end of the day, a more meaningful project to me. So, in my eyes, that is completely worth it. I will take any flack someone gives me on duping those. Yeah. I am, in terms of the group that I've played Minecraft with, I am known as the insane one. Because what I do is just that. Stupid, insane. Though I'm not the only insane one that I've come across. I knew a friend of mine. They would, the one server they were a part of with me, they ended up building their whole base out of obsidian. And they didn't do it by bartering either. They mined all the end pillars, I think 3 times or twice, and used that to build their base. It looked, in terms of looks, didn't look great. I'll be honest. Sorry, mate, if you ever watch this. Didn't look the best. Looked cool, don't get me wrong, but didn't look the best. But, yeah, it was one of those of, oh my god, you have lost your mind. I knew one guy, he mined netherite for weeks on the small 500 by 500 world. And by the time we all were like, oh, let's go get netherite, it was all gone. Most of it was gone and in a shop. I got really mad at him for that. I was like, come on, man. Don't take the don't be a monopoly. I say that having been the only one with an iron farm in that server. 1.18. So I think it's coming on its 3rd year now. It's been a minute. That's for sure. So it's yeah, a lot of time has gone into this. Like I said, if we go to stats, time played. Many hours. It's, yeah. definitely been a grind, but a fun grind. Oh yeah, we got the brand new copper stuff down here. What I do is I clear chunks when I do it, which is how I broke my wither skeleton farm. Was I accidentally cleared the chunks that it was in, the overworld side of that farm was in. But what I do is I'll mark what my builds are on my farms, and then I'll delete chunks around them. And then, ooh, I got the new things. Oh, I had... You know, this is why you should organize. You actually know where your stuff is. Okay. So that... Yeah, I did. It wasn't bad. I haven't done an anonymous one yet. Or ominous one. That is something I will do at a later point in time. Because I don't really need a mace or the armor trims, because I quite like my armor the way it is right now. I might change it over to blue, but we'll see. But I don't think it will need the flow patterns, like the flow armor trim or anything like that. Okay, this is actually looking really a lot better. Still gotta figure out what I'm doing for a bridge, but it actually looks like there's something there rather than a big hole. I will take this. So, okay, big question. Probably should tackle some of this. Really should tackle some of that. And then I'll eventually terraform this, because I want that a little lighter on the slope. And then, who knows, I might also end up making a forest. I recently picked up the Lego bonsai tree, which I love it. It adds a little bit of color to my apartment. But I might make a forest based off it, or I'm going to adapt it into the flower forest to give more of a pink tone in there with the birch. So we'll see. Not sure how exactly I want to do it yet, because it's not an easy thing to do. Oh, come on, it's raining. It never looks good when it rains. Okay, well, I want to walk from this side just to see how it is looking. Okay. So already interest peaked because it's not natural. So you already want to come down the road here. And then, ignoring the beacon beam, you see the chimney, which is good. That's what I want you to see. Come all the way down here. We might spend some more time doing this. I think that's what we'll finish the stream up with today. Then you come here and you see the path. So once the bridge is here, you're gonna automatically wanna come over this way. And then, yeah, you'll also have the crane up here, probably loading a cart over here. So it will bring in a good amount of intrigue over this way to make you want to come visit this area. Okay. So with that said, let's clear this box up. Dude, it's all gravel. I'll leave the gravel here for now. Yeah, I don't need the gravel right now. Grab a little bit more stone, and then we'll work on that little face of the cliff over there. I don't know what I want to do for the hole, because I want to kind of just leave it the way it is in its rawest form, but also clean up the edges. It's just such an odd shape with the overhangs that I honestly might leave this like kind of a rough patch between these, and maybe even rough this up as not man-made. But what I'm actually thinking about doing is right here, make this kind of be, so you're gonna have water come from the mountain. I'm gonna eventually put water up. This would also get terraformed at one point in time, but take water, come all the way around here, clear a trench there. It's gonna come through here, along here, over. We're gonna have the water come over underneath the pathway, and I want to make this like a little lake over in here, because I think it will help give a little bit of color here and a little bit of intrigue if it's a small lake. Which honestly, I got an axe. Why don't we start doing some tree cutting? Because this will all, if I don't want custom trees, or I don't want to make the custom trees, I'll just plant new trees. We'll clear out actually this basin. Because I definitely need more oak wood. It's not like I already have way too much that I don't know what to do with. Welcome to everyone who's joined. I see a few people have. We did the main terraforming bit. It did not take nearly as long as I thought it would be. So I decided we're gonna work over here on a future pond build that will go over here. So clear some trees up to give us a good view of it when it eventually happens. There we go. Give me wood. Thank you. Can I get anything? There's a few birch trees, but not many. Okay. It's nighttime finally. Yay! I get to get rid of this terrible rain. Oh. But I gotta say though, it is good to be kind of back in a way. It's not how I thought I'd come back. Especially, I was like, do I go back to doing it? I don't have the time, especially with editing and all that. So I was like, well, let's see how the streaming stuff works. And honestly, it's working better than I expected. So I genuinely thank you for that. But yeah. It's actually been quite enjoyable, again, which is a big relief. I noticed, like, when with the winery, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video at this, and then I just didn't want to work on the build anymore because I was too afraid of the whole video making process. So I think for now, until I can maybe get over that little bit of fear, I will do it this way to get myself a bit more comfortable talking on camera again and find my mojo with it all and find a schedule that'll actually work with all my other duties that I have in life. And someone has decided to become a racer on the road. God, college almost being back in session just means you get everyone back. It's absolute chaos. But a good kind of chaos. It's very enjoyable considering, especially for me, it's where I've been. No one's from here. Hell, I'm not even from this area. But since my co-op's been up at the near the college, I've been staying in this area. And when it's summertime, it is lonely on any college campus or near a college campus. There's like nothing going on. But now that people are starting to come back and everything's getting on the roll again, it's like, yes, we're back. Yeah. I'm hoping this year maybe go see some people I haven't seen in quite a long time. We'll see. Plan was originally make my way down to Boston a few times, but don't have a need really to do that anymore, which sucks, but I don't know. I might find an excuse to head down that way. But Niagara Falls, probably gonna head up there. We'll see what I decide to do. But hopefully I can find some time and go visit some people that I haven't seen in, oh shoot, 3 years, some of them. So it'd be nice to see them in person again. But I'm busy, so who knows if I'll get myself to go, because I'm like, oh, I got this to do, work this, work that. But we'll see. Anyways, Minecraft stuff. I wish this was more entertaining than just me destroying trees right now and picking up the supplies from said trees. But build has to start somewhere. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to terraform the lake at all. Aside from like the surface level. I'm not going to terraform underneath. It's a lot of work for no payoff. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think a pond here would help give, like I said, there's a lot of just the same. So this kind of help breaks that up, which is not a bad thing in this case. In fact, it's actually probably really good to have that little break in color and contrast. Trying to think. I'm trying to think of like what can I give advice for like maybe projects, like what projects to pursue and what ones to just go, no, this isn't worth the time and energy. And I realized maybe I'm not the wisest to give advice on that, considering the insane projects I have attempted or have done. But I think just maybe do do whatever you are inspired to do at that time. Like for me, if it's a mountain, I'm building a mountain. If it's a lake, I'll build a lake. So I think that is a good thing, but also look at how much time you have and look at when would you like to see kind of a finished product? Because that should tell you like, oh, how big should you go? Like for me, I'm willing to wait a little bit to see the end result of all of this. But like when I was building the mega tree, I was like, no, I can't afford, I don't want to wait X amount of months to see the end product of it. It still took me 2 weeks to build the mega tree, but it could have taken a lot longer. So just kind of realize about how long something is gonna take and go, A, is this too big? B, is this what I want to do at this point in time? Like, is this a project I would enjoy? Would this make, like for me, I'm a big like, does this look good in the context of everything around it? So that's something I go, will it look good where it sits? Some people are like, oh, I can have multiple styles next to my base. I'm like, no, one style. For me, it's a one style. You can have fun with said style and mix it up. But I could never do modern and medieval right next to each other. That drive me right insane with my OCD. So, okay, we'll cut here, cut these out, cut the big one out, and I think that'll be a good start on like how big the lake is going to be. I'm going to probably tear some of this back ever so slightly, and we'll put the lake at like this level here, like 3 blocks down from the road or something. So you kind of look by and like, oh, look at all this vegetation and all that. Gives you a little thing to look at as you walk by here. And especially since we'll have the big mountains over there, I can modify that to add a lake into it, or like a stream coming from there, which would help tie it back into the whole system. And then, oh, I'll strip the wood. I should also like I want to do another field area, because I have the one back at the base. Like I should cover more of it up, but I'm like, kind of like how it looks right now. So I might honestly expand. Like, I have the plains on the other side of this mountain I might use for some farmland to help out with that, so I can plant some more fields and it not kind of get overcrowded, which would be good to have. Oh, that shice. Ah, freaking ear. There we go. Oh, I know a lot of you guys are Minecraft people, which is completely fine by me. Completely fine. I do not mind just playing this game on stream. But would there be anything else you guys would like to see? I will draw the line at horror games. We are not doing horror games. I flat out refuse to. But keep in mind, they kind of have to be single player. Like, I got Farm Sim, I've got Balloons, which actually I do want to do something very soon on Balloons. Like, maybe do a weekly thing of like, oh, when there's a boss battle or something, we'll do the boss. And see if I can do the elite this week or something like that. I think that would be fun. just to help mix things up a little bit. Like, it doesn't even have to be every week, it can be every other week or something like that. I think that would be very fun to do. This needs to go. I also have a few other games that are on there. Like, I have both American and Euro Truck Sim, so could do a stream of trucking. There's a few things we could do. Could do a Poly Bridge stream. I got 1 and 2 that I haven't really played too much. Also, Slime Ranchers there. I don't know. I might mess around with what I play with. I don't think that's going to happen soon because I am very happy working on the projects. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, the way I'm treating this time around for me is very different than how I've treated it in the past. It's more of a what do I feel like doing at the time, and for me there is a bigger meaning as to why I'm streaming right now, which I won't say too much about why, what that greater reason is, but I figured maybe this might help get me out of the ruts, let's say. It's just a way for me to be like, yeah, I'm doing alright. To those who may not be a part of my life, whether I wish they were or not. I am trying my hardest to word this in such a way that does not give up the certain things, which is very difficult. I think this will be the last few trees we got down. Because for me, it's like, it'll be 9 o'clock by that point for me, so. And I am slightly exhausted due to work. Which I still am working on that project. That should have been completed today, but ran into hiccups. Which, actually, another good point. Building. You're going to run into hiccups, you're going to run into issues. What I recommend is either embrace the issues and make it a part of the build as like a fun little point of interest, I guess. Or you learn from them and go make your next version around said issue. Ooh, wandering trader. Hold on. Where? There you are. I saw you. Come back. I need my emeralds. Emeralds. We'll drop off all the wood and saplings at the same time. This is a small drip leaf. This is not a drill. Small drip leaf. God, I have way too much oak wood. It's been so long since I've had him come by with small drip leaf. But yeah, I think we'll stop there once we get the small drip leaf. I do have one last thing I need to do for tonight, which I should take care of before I go to bed. Shouldn't put that off more than I already have. So we'll get the small drip leaf because obviously small drip leaf can't wait on that. Yeah, bring that. I think 10 is enough, but I am not running back here. Yeah, I think that'll look really good with the lake right there. Then we'll have one coming down the mountain, come through the forest, and deposit right into the lake. I thought he despawned for a moment. Small drip leaf. And nothing else of worthy. Nope, I'm good. You can live. Okay. Why am I picking all this up? I don't need this. So we're gonna throw the small drip leaf into storage. But yeah, this is actually where I'm thinking of expanding the farmland area. Like, come off this road and go over that way. But we'll see. I could also expand a little that way. It's just, I don't want to clash between the two styles here. 'Cause you can already see them in the same render distance. So, I think putting it over more that way, to the left there, is a good idea. Yay, small drip leaf. Actually, gonna work great for the pond. How much is it? Okay. Over a stack of small drip leaf. I think that is very good. But that is it for me for today. I have to go take care of the last thing I have to do tonight before I decide to go to bed. And we'll see. I might do another one this week. It's gonna be a hectic week for me, so maybe not until Sunday, because I probably won't do tomorrow, and Thursday I am taken up. Friday night I will more than likely be doing things, and Saturday I'm gonna be dead tired, so Sunday might be the next one. It's hard to say. It's kind of when I feel like it, but there should be one within the next week. And that, I don't know what we'll do. Oh, fountain, you're in the water. But yeah, we'll see. Until then, thank you for staying with me. Some of you for the whole time, which I am very happy about. Thank you so much. That's a first for me. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being cool and listening to me blabber on for an hour and 20-ish minutes. So I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one and have a good rest of your week. And